Genesis chapter 7, the Great Flood. Let's begin. Then the Lord said to Noah, "Come into the ark, you and all your household, because I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. You shall take with you 7 each of each clean animal, a male, his female, 2 each of animals that are unclean, a male and his female. Also 7 each of birds of the air, male and female, to keep the species alive on the face of all the earth. For after 7 more days I will cause it to rain on the earth, 40 days and 40 nights, and I will destroy from the face of the earth all living things that I have made." And Noah did according to all that the Lord commanded him. Verse 6. Noah was 600 years old when the flood of the waters was on the earth. Verse 7. So Noah with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives went into the ark because of the waters of the flood, of clean beasts and beasts that are unclean, of birds and of everything that creeps on the earth. 2 by 2 they went into the ark of Noah, male and female, as God has commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the floods were on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, on that day, all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. Verse 12. And the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On the very same day, Noah and Noah's son, Shem, Ham, Japheth, and Noah's wife, and 3 wives of his sons, with them, entered the ark. Verse 14. They and every beast after its kind, all cattle under their kind, every creeping thing that creeps on the earth after its kind, every bird after its kind, every bird of every sort. And they went into the ark to Noah, 2 by 2, of all flesh which is in the breath of life. So those that entered, male and female of all flesh, went in as God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. Verse 17. Now the flood was on the earth 40 days. The waters increased and lifted up the ark. It rose high above the earth. The waters prevailed and greatly increased on the earth. And the ark moved about on the surface of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly on the earth, and all high hills under the whole heaven were covered. The waters prevailed 15 cubits upward, and the mountains were covered. All flesh died that moved on the earth, birds, cattle, beasts, of every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, and every man. Verse 22. All in whose nostrils was the breath, a spirit of life, all that was on the dry land died. So he destroyed all living things which were on the face of the ground, both man and cattle, creeping things and bird of the air. They were destroyed from the earth. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark remained alive. And the waters prevailed on the earth 150 days. So it took Noah and his sons more than 100 years to build this ark. When I start to feel kind of bad and sorry for myself, I realize and I think about Noah and the absolute amazing faith that this man must have had to spend 100 years building an ark just on faith. Just on faith alone. I wish I could just have 1/10 of the faith that Noah had. And during this 40 days and 40 nights of constant rain that covered the earth, this is when the water canopy that I talked about earlier on God just let it fall down onto the earth. And that's when we got these great big huge oceans, because I think the earth was covered mostly with land before that. And now it's covered mostly by the oceans. All that water that came down now has changed everything. And we will start to see as we continue on that men did not start living as long. They would start to die at an earlier age as time went on, because that water canopy is no longer there. So on our next video, we will start with chapter 8, Noah's deliverance. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and God bless.